ourselves. So today's question is very, very simple, and it is about going to a certain place. Like uh, I was talking to Akshi. So, which is one place that you fantasize going for, like going to stay in at least for 1 year? And you have this vision that I want to be there for like 1 year and really have a good time. So, any place that you fantasize going or spending some time, what is that for you?
Mine is Montreal.
Oh,
I used to go to Montreal like twice a year. I used to drive up there. I would absolutely love to spend a whole 4 seasons all year long there.
whoa.
Yeah.
Any specific reason?
You know what it is? I've always had a fascination with France, but I've actually never been. So the first time I drove there, it was like a 7 hour drive, and I was absolutely amazed at how much it felt like I was in Europe when I actually got there.
Wow.
Um, I love the food, the people, the scenery. Old Montreal is beautiful, so I love it there.
Beautiful. That's amazing. Who else is going to share theirs?
I think I can share two places. One is Norway,
Oh
just
my
to get
God,
the
my favorite
right.
too. Okay. Okay.
I'm a winter child, so I always look for some cold places. So another place that I would really want to visit before I die is Alaska and spend
Alaska,
time
yes.
there.
They're on my hit list too. Norway, especially for the Northern Lights, because
Yes.
it's very, very special there. It's one of the most beautiful scenic country in the world. Oh
Yep.
my God, we match right up there. Perfect. Anybody else? Ankur G is looking at me. Ankur G, what do you want to say?
Well, any beach, and may not be just for a year, for the entire life. There's no point. So
Really?
yeah, so
Okay.
I haven't seen much of the beaches. I have seen Thai beaches, I've seen Mauritius, I've seen Goa.
Hmm.
So yes, I'm more of like a beach person. Maybe Seychelles for the rest of my life.
Fantastic. That's beautiful.
You
So
can
just
get
chill.
along with my wife very easily, Ankur,
So
and I think you do.
mixing and matching people who's gonna go with whom. Don't take it literally, okay? All right. Gaurav, anybody else? And we'll just take one more minute here, then we dive right into the session. So
Uh,
who's gonna share theirs? Quickly, quickly, quickly.
I will share. I want
Yeah.
to stay at JW Missouri for a year.
Wow. Missouri
Yeah.
is beautiful. Hilly person.
Iraqi?
Good
Who's
choice
gonna
and
go
good
with
choice.
who's gonna go with Sunny? I don't think anybody from the organization will be like,
I'll go with Sunny.
I
That's
want to
it.
talk about business. I don't want to talk about work. So the only condition to go with Sunny is don't talk about work. Is that okay, Sunny?
That restriction should be implemented on him because he would talk about it, not on us.
Okay, awesome. One more person quickly. Who's gonna share theirs?
I would like to spend 1 year in Rishikesh.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, this is a very beautiful place. We usually go there every year. Um, there is a lot of peace. People are very nice up there. Uh,
Yeah,
that's
that's
why I would like to spend at least 1 year at
absolutely,
least without cell
absolutely.
phones, without computers. Just want to relax my mind.
Just want
Peace.
to
I need
relax
peace.
on a lap of
Yeah,
nature and spiritual place,
nature.
right?
Exactly.
Beautiful. I spent 2 months there and didn't want to come back. So I can totally agree with you.
Right.
All right, guys, beautiful. So, we were discussing about this whole thing and we're imagining ourselves to be in a different place, but we can create that place in our life around living our daily life as well. So today's topic is creating the balance in our work life and also in our personal life. So this is what we nutshell call work-life balance. And when we think about our lives in general these days, we think, oh my God, it's so overwhelming. I gotta do so much. I have family to take care of. Then I have this work. And then I have to take out time for myself, which is basically for many people is the last priority because there are other things that they want to prioritize first. So we're gonna go and explore some of the aspects around work-life balance and what can we do about it? What are the 5 or 6 insights and tips that we can start to work towards. So the first thing I'm going to ask quickly to you guys is, what is your number one challenge when it comes to balancing your work life? Anybody, quickly.
Not checking my email constantly. Just after, I'm always looking, I'm glued on my phone. So even if it's like the weekends or after hours, it's a habit. So I'm always like mentally, I'm just always like mentally going back to, I have to get this done tomorrow. Let me follow up on this email. Let me check this. So
yes, not being able to turn off the switch.
Right.
Perfect. Good. So what happens when we're not able to turn off the switch is that we overthink, we tire our brain, we are not rested fully, we are not rejuvenated, we are not in the present, and we're not living, because when we're not in present, we are not living. We are living in our thoughts, but we are not experiencing life the way it is in the moment. So, and obviously when people are not able to maintain the work-life balance, they burn out quickly. And burning out here means there's a subconscious overthinking going on about not only the work, but also other responsibilities that we have in our life. It could be including paying your bills, taking care of the children, maintaining that relationship with your wife, and other social obligations. So how can we simplify things and build a balance in our life with the perspective of everything that is important to us? So as we all understand, simply when we're burned out, what's going to happen? We're not going to be able to be that much productive. We are not going to be able to finish our tasks on time. And then boss is going to say, what the hell are you doing? It's been 10 days. You've been given this task and you did it and it's not up to the mark. And then you feel even more overwhelmed because you were like, I had the intention to do it. I wanted to do it, but still I'm not able to do it. And then frustration starts to build up even more because now you're not even appreciated for the things that you are anyways taking out so much of time and energy to process and to finish. So we need to understand that when we are in the autopilot mode and are not consciously engaged with the things in our life, we tend to burn out quickly. And that's why we need to pay attention to many other factors which equally play a role in bringing up that energy and maintaining that harmony and relaxation while we are engaged in our daily obligations and the duties around our work and personal life. Okay. And this is going to obviously improve your mental health, your emotional health, your physical energy levels, your sleep quality, your overall experience of life. So the first thing is managing our time and dividing that into different brackets in different blocks at the beginning of the week. So for example, if you do some chores like buying grocery or paying bills or doing some random things, do not engage that in everyday life. Make sure there is a dedicated day for the grocery. Make sure there's a dedicated day for paying all the bills. Make sure there's a dedicated day to run errands, including your the laundry and other things that you are busy with. Because when you don't have a plan to do all those things, you're going to do those things every day. And what happens is then you're disconnected from the priority of the day. So rather than wasting your energy on the random things every day, make sure that you have specific days for everything. And it could also include some of the days that you should specifically spend time, like let's say with your children. It's kids' day, 3 hours dedicated for them. It could be playing sports with them. It could be engaging in some conversation or spending time with the tabletop games or whatever it is that you want to use that time to spend with them. But do not take the pressure, oh, I don't spend time with my kids. I don't spend time with my kids, and thinking about it every day. So instead of that, dedicate certain time in the week for them, which is specifically for them. And so is the case with your spouse. If you are married and you believe that you give less and less time to your wife, even though you're interacting with her every day, that is not meaning that you give them time. Because when you're giving them dedicated time, they're going to bug you even lesser every day. Because now they're satisfied with the time that you're giving them, which is dedicated to them. And they're going to leave you alone for the rest of the time so you can do what is important for you during the working hours of your day. All right. And especially right now, when we are in the proximity of our families, more working from home, it is way more important for you to dedicate the time for the whole week and make sure that you have substantial window of hours that you spend with them, so that their expectations are met and they feel connected with you and you are at peace as well. So manage your time wisely. Second is prioritize your, as I said before as well, prioritize your working hours in such a way that you move the needle for your work and get the tasks done, rather than, you know, having this whole day thinking, oh, I gotta do this in work. So let's say there are 5 action items you're supposed to take care in your day, which is important for you to you know, feel productive and also to help the business grow. Then make sure that your priorities are set, and that you can always have a conversation with your senior, with your boss or anybody who you report to. What are the 5 things that you want me to accomplish? Or let's say, you know, what are the 5 things you need to accomplish, but what are the top 2 that I must do? If you have any confusion, you can always have the discussion so that you and your senior are both in sync with what is the priority that must be done, so that you're not over stressing about the 5 things, because that one thing might take actually 5 hours of your day. But at least you and your superior or your subordinate, whosoever, the team that you're working with, is on the same page, and you are feeling productive because now you know that this was supposed to be done and this is done. And that sort of give, your brain starts to give reward to you in the form of more endorphins released in the body when you feel accomplished. So make sure that you have the task list, which is beginning of the day, finding out the tasks to be accomplished. At the end of the day, notice that what was accomplished. So you feel accomplished and you feel rewarded by your own brain to your body, which means more energy. And third is finding out me time. Now, if you have certain downtime, let's say around the weekend, do not fill that up with the frills. Frills like, oh, because I'm sitting idle for next 2-3 hours, let me just call this friend I haven't, talked to for like 3 days or 4 days. Just kidding, excuse me. Syra, come here, baby. I'm sorry. Yes, so finding that me time is about, sometimes it could be the conversation with that friend, but I don't want you to fill your day, fill that downtime with frills, just the random things. Use that me time specifically for the things that gives you energy, for the things that makes you feel more connected with yourself, make you feel happier about yourself. It could be going for a specific yoga session that you can heal your body more. It could be, meeting that special person through personal meeting or online that gives you that encouragement. It could be having a coaching session with your coach. It could be, starting a new hobby or finding a new book to read. But that me time is your special time, and that you need to have that me time, especially a couple of times in your week. And that could start from 30 minutes to a couple of hours, especially during the weekend. So sit with yourself, connect with yourself, prepare a vision board, find more meaning in your life, fantasize about things, create imaginations, because those are the things that really helps you giving more definition to the things that you're trying to accomplish. Right now, sometimes people focus only about making money, but what is the meaning of making that money? And what would you do with that money if you achieve it, if you attain it? So having that emotional trigger for you to find more success and find more energy to create more money in your life. And that is what is going to help you with the me time. So rather than overstressing about what is all that you want to create in your life, divide that and write that down. In fact, on a journal, on a piece of paper, and put some timelines on it. This is how you use your me time, your personal time. And the fourth one is, it's very interesting. It is that do not become the master of everything and start to seek help or outsource a few things in your life, and both in your personal and work life. For example, in your workspace, if you are working on a project and you do not feel that you're good enough for a particular aspect of that project, do not try to do that by yourself and waste your time and other people's time. Ask for help. Ask someone else that can you just teach me how to do this better? Can I outsource it to you? Can you do the half of it and send it back to me? So do not take the responsibility of everything on your shoulders when you feel that there are some aspects of this particular thing that you don't understand, it's always better to ask rather than getting overwhelmed and stressed. So personal life, it could be like, I'm overwhelmed because I'm unable to say to my spouse or say to my kids to take care of a certain responsibility in the house, and I'm taking everything on my shoulders, right? So have the conversation, say it to them that, listen, I gotta handle 80% of this, but can you just handle 5% of it? And that could be the conversation that you're having with your child as well, you know? So making sure that you're dividing the responsibilities, and especially the things you're not good at, especially the things that you feel doesn't give you happiness or especially stress you out, when I'm talking about the personal space. But in the professional space, it's very simple. Be open, be confident, be vulnerable, and seek help. So you save your time and you save other people's time as well. And you can utilize that time for something else. And fifth aspect is that set the expectations. Now, this one is extremely important in today's scenario when you are in the same place where your family is. And I picked that point from someone who asked this question last week about, hey, but I do have everybody around me. How do I make sure that I draw this line between my personal and professional space? And here, what I'll suggest is that first thing is have clear expectations with yourself, and then transfer those expectations to others who's around you. Because excuses are very easy for us. You know, we can always say, oh, because my kid is always bugging me or my wife is always around, I'm not able to be that productive. Well, to me, it clearly comes across as an excuse. Why? Because as a self-leader of the quality of life that you design for yourself, of the quality of work that you want to create for yourself, of the expectation that you have, or the standards that you have set for yourself, you must make sure that you stick with it. Because if you're diluting that, then you are diluting, maybe in your head, you're building up that excuse, because which is subconscious. It's all of our habit is to build excuses, including myself. We all do that because we procrastinate. But when we take the charge, we say that, listen, I mean, this has to be done, because it's not the matter of this 2 months or 3 months or 6 months of COVID, of me working remotely. This is the standard that I want to set for myself. And my standard of delivery and my standard of contribution or my standard of work is that I am supposed to feel accomplished by the end of the day. And that is my standard and my expectation for myself. So make sure some of the things that come as a hindrance, you figure that out, you fix that, you find solutions for that, because there's nothing in our life that we cannot find solutions for. Okay. So when we have that expectation set with clarity within our own being, then we are easily able to transfer that to others and say to your wife or your kids that this is how this needs to be done. And then afterwards, I'm all yours. Whatever you want me to do, I'll do. Whatever you want me to be engaged with, I'll engage with. So teach them how to treat you, teach them how to engage with you, teach them that you are going to be a dedicated person for them for a certain time during the week for all the things that they expect from you as a father, as a husband, and also every day as well. I'm not saying that every day you're going to be like, oh, it's a work day. No, but primarily there's a window for everything. And this is important not only to, simplify and create more harmony in the household, but also for you to become that self-leader. Because end of the day, I believe everybody who's here wants to grow in life, wants to create more success in life, who doesn't want to be at the same place where you are right now. So for that, you need to set standards for yourself. Okay. So we can create the work-life balance when we pay attention to all the aspects which are taking away that energy from us, and especially wasting a lot of our times. So let me recap everything. First, we said, manage your time, pre-plan your weekdays, and give proper time to the things that needs your dedicated time, especially your family members. Second is prioritize, prioritize, prioritize. Make sure that you start your day with what needs to be accomplished, and later on, make sure that you have accomplished it. If you have any kind of doubts around that, make sure you discuss with the people who are the stakeholders in that particular project or any kind of work that you're doing. Third is turn on and turn off, which is me time. Of course, in the me time, you can always do multiple things, doing yoga, meditation, relaxation, and knowing that you are the I would say the prime responsibility of yourself. If you are there, only then you can work. If you are having the high energy, only then you can be productive. If you exist, only then the world around you exists. So first thing is you prioritize yourself. And fourth is outsource some of the things, delegate to people, ask for help, and do not waste time in just imagining what needs to be done. Make sure that you are concrete, make sure you have the clear idea on what needs to be done so you waste less time and utilize that time for something beautiful. And fifth is setting the standards and clear expectations. Okay? Wow. All right, any questions before we go further and do today's breath work and meditations? Did you enjoy this? Found it useful?
Definitely, it was very useful, because I think one thing I struggle with is definitely disconnecting, because I tend to work a little bit better in the evening. So I would go through the day, and then in the evenings, I just want to keep going instead of just pausing. So yeah, I think that's a helpful information.
One of the things that I can just practically tell you is, Fiona, when you feel that way, you know what you just do? Step out of that zone. Day before, I had been launching my own programs, and I'm doing a lot of work personally. I'm just sharing with you. And I was just feeling the trigger, like to open the laptop again and see how many more sales. I was going back to my payment gateway and checking my sales. I was like, I'm going to go crazy whole day if I do that. I went out of the house and I went out for a trail for 2 hours. I didn't take my cell phone. I didn't take nothing. And I switched off, because sometimes you have to change your environment to switch off. Sometimes it doesn't happen even if by force of the mind. So get out for the walk immediately. Do not listen to any other thought. So take action right away. Okay?
Sounds good.
One of the things that we've been doing internally as well, Simi, is that we're trying to promote taking enough mental breaks, which means like disconnect from the technology and connect with yourself, taking walks, whatever it means to everyone. That is one thing that we've been promoting, and I'm a kind of working on a video that talks about that. How people are taking their mental breaks just to bring that kind of an awareness.
Absolutely.
One thing that we're doing. I think it has a lot to do with the energy levels, because you want to do too many things in a limited period of time, and you just don't have the energy to do everything, and that's where things kind of you start feeling exhausted, and you feel burnout. I think just a reminder for everyone to take enough breaks and kind of regain your energy, but also working on yourself, and making sure that your mental mindset, soul set, and heart set is also taken care of.
Yeah, that's why planning is important. I believe, especially the kind of busy life that we live, it is better if we plan it out and we understand what needs to be done when, so your brain is at ease. It's not overthinking about things. That's a beautiful thing you said, Aki. Thank you. Anybody who has a question around what we discussed, or any kind of feedback, or any other additional point or inputs that you want to make? Otherwise, I'll assume you were sleeping in this break.
I think that could be a part of their wellness, right?
Were you all sleeping?
You're making us think. You're making us think, Simi, and we're trying to take mental break now.
Okay. All right. So let's just do meditation, and maybe we'll come back to the question again. Take a deep inhale. And a full exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Relax your body. Sit straight. Take a deep inhale in your whole body and hold it for 3 seconds. And a long exhale from your mouth. And release all the tension. Do it a couple of times. Inhale, chest open. Exhale from the mouth. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Today's breath work is sun piercing Surya Bhedan. We're going to block our right nostril and inhale from the left and release from the right. Again, block the right nostril, inhale from the left, release from the right. We'll continue to do inhale from the left, release from the right. And after releasing, we will again block the right nostril with our thumb. We'll do 8 to 9 breaths. Put your first 2 fingers on your forehead and block the right nostril with your thumb. Gently release the breath first from the left nostril. And let's begin. Inhale from the left. Block the left. Release from the right. Again, block the right. Inhale from the left. Block both. Release from the right. Again, inhale from the left. Release from the right. Inhale from the left. Block both. Release from the right. Inhale from the left. Block. Release from the right. Inhale from the left. Hold. Release from the right. Inhale from the left. Hold. Release from the right. Inhale from the left. Hold for a couple of more seconds. And a long release from the right. Very powerful pranayama exercise you can do anytime during the day. Now I want you to continue to close your eyes and listen to the sounds in your environment. Don't judge those sounds. Just listen to them. Pay attention to the quality of the sound. The texture of the sound. If you're listening more than one sound, then pay attention to the second sound. In your awareness, you're listening to the movement of the energy in the form of sound. You're witnessing the movement of this energy that you experience as a sound. Now pay attention to your thoughts. Witness your thoughts. Don't judge them. Don't stick to them. Let them come and go. Yet all the time, you are the witness consciousness who's experiencing the thoughts in your awareness. You realize that you are not your thoughts. You look at them just as you look and experience different sounds. The more you start to witness the experiences, the more you start to become detached. You understand that thoughts are just the movement in the awareness. And not all thoughts are real and true. You become conscious. You become mindful. So practice thought awareness for 5 minutes in the day. And you actually bring the detachment and understand that you don't have to cling to all the thoughts. You experience them, and they become your reality when you pay attention to them, when you embrace them. So choose your thoughts. Choose your reality. Set this intention of being the witness, experiencer, and remind yourself of being mindful throughout your day. Om Shanti. Open your eyes gently. How are you feeling?
Relaxed. Guys, don't feel shy to switch on your cameras.
Can I see everybody's face today?
And interact.
In Arindam, Ishant, Natasha, Vincent, Francis. Where are you guys? Show your beautiful faces. Smith, Pushkar, Reggie, Pete, Scott, Shelley, Shruti, Pankaj. Hi, everybody. So, what's going on in your awareness? Any questions in mind? Anything related to work-life balance? Anything that you are fighting as a challenge or experiencing as a challenge? Anybody?
I have one question.
Yes.
I just wanted to know how we can make this meditation as a habit in our life. I mean, I do this sometime and I stop doing that again and I start again, you know. So I just want to, know that how we can make it as a habit.
Sure. So, yeah. Why do you brush your teeth every day? Are you there, Dean? Hello?
Connection.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to actually answer this. So when people ask me on how do I make this a habit, why do you make something a habit in a life? Like if I say that I want to brush my teeth every day, it's a habit, right? Because the end result is clean teeth. Because I know that if I'm not going to brush my teeth, I'm going to get, all these cavities and problems in my teeth, and eventually my teeth are going to fall down. Now, in this case, it is a real experience of the body. So we are so careful because I'm like, I don't want my teeth to fall down because I'm going to look ugly. I don't want to experience this physical pain, right? I don't want to have bad teeth. And we're so careful about that. And that's the reason why we brush our teeth. And it has become a habit because now if we don't brush our teeth, it feels bad in the mouth. So meditation is what? Meditation is a process to just come into the present, to just relax ourselves deeply, to just disconnect from this total chaos and environmental stimulus that is happening 24/7. And it's just a process that gives us the peace and relaxation, that harmony. The ultimate goal of the meditation is God realization, but we're not even talking about that. We're just simply talking about finding the peace and inner balance and relaxation and more energy. So if those things were actually the physical things, people would go crazy because people don't look shiny on the outside, but people don't care about looking shiny from inside because nobody's seeing that inside. But you are seeing that inside for yourself. Okay? So if I know that my inside is going to get beautiful and harmonized and peaceful and relaxed, and I'll have more energy as a byproduct with meditation, then I'll be a fool if I don't do it. I'm sorry to use that word. But then the thing is that it's not a to-do list task, meditation as a habit. No, focus on the result, focus on the experience. And if brushing your teeth every day gives you an experience of having the dental hygiene so that you can protect yourself from diseases, then meditation is a mental hygiene that protects you from the diseases of the brain, diseases of the mind, diseases that actually gets manifested in the physical body as well. So building it as a habit really needs that connection with the experience of meditation. So very simple tool is listen to the guided meditations. There are 1 million meditations on an application called Insight Timer. Download it on your phone, Insight Timer. There are other meditation tools like Calm and Headspace and all, but Insight Timer is my favorite. They have meditation on every damn subject you can imagine. If you're feeling agitated, if you're feeling restless, if you're feeling, hatred towards somebody, jealousy, they have meditations on everything. Listen to it, sit down. This is going to build your habit. 5 minutes, spend time in building the experience of peace in your body, like you're building the experience of cleanliness outside your body. Okay? Good?
Thank you so much.
All right, wonderful. Okay, one more question quickly. Anybody else? Are we all cool and chilling? Okay, so if nothing else, then we're gonna call it a day and probably get to our other stuff. So what's the one takeaway that you want to mention? Anybody who wants to say that, oh, this was my takeaway and I'm going to implement it.
My takeaway was, so I actually had the same question as Dean, so that was helpful. I feel like I wait for sessions such as this to stop, meditate, and take some time to myself. And I don't realize how easy it would be to literally do it every day on my own without having to be, helped along. So my takeaway is that this is really easy to do every day on my own, and I should do it every day.
That's how I started off, honestly. Guided meditations are such a blessing. We're living in a technology world where we have everything at our fingertips. It's unimaginable. You don't need a literal guru to teach you meditation now. You can just put it in your earplugs. So it just disconnects you from what is happening and connects you with what you're experiencing and making you self-aware. That's a great place to begin. Anybody else? Any takeaway? We still have 2 minutes. Any takeaway?
I mean, definitely the disconnecting, going for the walk. I think that's, I think that's for me in the evenings. Just make a time, saying, this is walk time, and just go. Because sometimes we try to do it in the mornings, but I think after you've gone through the whole day, having that pause to just be in nature during the day is helpful. So that would be a takeaway for me.
Taking mini breaks and reminding yourself that you are the priority. Yeah. Your work is there because you're there. Without that, there's nothing, right? Beautiful. Thank you, Fiona. All right, guys.
Simit, creating time blocks was my takeaway. That you can create a time block for your meditation as well. And it's, either your car, you take your car to a garage when it's broken. And that's how you do meditation. First, wait for that moment and then realize that this is something that's important, or be proactive. That's another one. That we all need to be proactive with our meditation, me time, and making sure that we build that discipline with the block, that it could be 10 minutes, 20 minutes, the way we have now 12:30, then it's a way of life.
Absolutely. Because honestly, I mean, a last point I want to say is that, we have evolved from being a caveman. We lived for years and years and thousands of years in the caves. We are evolved to have the me time. We need that time for ourselves. So having that priority is going to take you a long way in your business, in your financial and personal success. Okay. Thank you very much, guys, for being here. And I would love to have more and more conversations, and I'll see you next week, hopefully with an amazing session and more conversations. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe, okay? Bye, guys. Take care.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.